By the 1st century AD, India was split. The Satavahana Empire held the south, while the north remained a fragmented frontier. This borderland became a revolving door for invaders. Indo-Greeks, Sakas, and Parthians repeatedly pushed through mountain passes, turning the region into a battleground. The geography created a high-stakes bottleneck. Whoever could successfully stabilize this gateway would control the primary access point to the wealth of the entire Indian subcontinent. The force that finally closed that door came from the Yuezhi, a tribe of Central Asian nomads. Under their chief, Kujula Kadphises, they navigated the high-altitude ridges of the Hindu Kush Mountains to enter the Indian borderlands. Kujula first consolidated 5 warring Yuezhi branches into a single military unit. He then turned this force against the Indo-Parthians, systematically driving them out of the northwest. This conquest established the Kushan Empire. In a relatively short time, their territory expanded to bridge the borders of Persia with the banks of the Jhelum River in India. Kujula had secured the land, but his success left his successors with a difficult challenge: turning a nomadic conquering army into a stable administration for an ancient civilization. Kujula's grandson, Bhima Kadphises, recognized that military expansion alone was unsustainable. To survive, the empire needed an integrated economy. As Bhima pushed the empire's borders into Punjab and the Gangetic Valley, he prioritized the flow of goods over the movement of troops, actively promoting trade across his new territories. This gold coin, featuring the bearded Bhima Kadphises, was the engine of that plan. He pioneered the use of gold coinage in India, creating a standardized currency that could be recognized across the region. By introducing a gold standard, Bhima transformed the Kushans from a group of regional occupiers into a globally integrated economic power. In 78 AD, Emperor Kanishka took the throne. To manage such a sprawling landmass, he established a dual capital system, governing from Peshawar in the north and Mathura in the south. This administrative reach allowed Kanishka to secure total control over the global Silk Route, the most important commercial artery of the ancient world. Kanishka used this leverage to establish direct diplomatic and trade embassies with Rome, evidenced by these Roman-influenced gold coins found within Kushan territory. While he maintained productive ties with the West, Kanishka took a far more aggressive stance toward China. After the Chinese emperor rejected a proposed marriage alliance with a princess, Kanishka opted for war. The invasion was a failure. Kanishka's forces were defeated in the field, and he was forced to pay a massive annual tribute to the Chinese emperor. Despite that defeat, Kanishka's reign placed the Kushans at the absolute center of global politics, serving as the essential link between the Roman and Chinese worlds. As the Kushans managed these global connections, they underwent a deep internal transformation, gradually setting aside their Central Asian origins to adopt Indian culture and religions. Kanishka became a committed follower of Buddhism, eventually sponsoring the Fourth Buddhist Council in Kashmir, which formalized the division of the religion into 2 distinct sects. This cultural shift was physically expressed through the Gandhara school of art, a unique aesthetic style that appeared during Kanishka's reign. This statue demonstrates the Gandhara fusion. The Buddhist subject is rendered using the draped robes and facial techniques found in Roman and Greek sculpture. Through this synthesis, the Kushans engineered a visual language that integrated Central Asian and Mediterranean aesthetics directly into Indian religious iconography. But Kanishka's vision for expansion required a state of permanent war. His relentless campaigns eventually pushed the empire's military resources to their limit. While records show that not a single internal revolt occurred during this time, the soldiers on the front lines were reaching a state of total exhaustion. That exhaustion turned into mutiny. While Kanishka was bedridden with illness, his own war-weary soldiers turned on him and assassinated the emperor. The military machine that had built the Kushan superpower ultimately chose to destroy its architect to end the cycle of constant war. After the death of the final notable king, Vasudeva, the empire's unity collapsed and the territory split into 2 distinct halves. The western half was absorbed by the Persians and Huns, while the eastern territories were taken over by the rising Gupta dynasty. The Kushan Dynasty functioned as the great aggregator of antiquity, consolidating fragmented regions into a single connected system. By securing the Silk Route and establishing a gold-based trade network, the Kushans built the geopolitical foundation that allowed the Gupta Empire to lead India into its golden age.